try to stretch their hip flexor by doing a lunge stretch. But if you stretch a tight psoas without first releasing the tension, you can actually make it grip harder. It's a protective response. You need to release it first, then strengthen it in a lengthened position. I'll show you exactly how to do that in just a moment. All right, 2 hidden sources down. Now the third one is the most overlooked, and it's the reason your hip pain gets worse when you walk, climb stairs, or stand on one leg. The third hidden source is a muscle on the side of your hip called the glute medius. It sits underneath your larger glute maximus, and its job is to stabilize your pelvis when you stand on one leg. Every time you walk, you're briefly standing on one leg. Your glute medius on that side has to fire and hold your pelvis level. If it's weak or not activating properly, your pelvis drops on the opposite side. This creates a compensatory strain on your hip joint, your IT band, and your lower back. Think of your pelvis like a table. If one leg of the table is weak, the whole table tilts. Your body tries to compensate by gripping other muscles, your hip flexors, your TFL, your lower back. That compensation creates pain. Let's test your glute medius right now. Stand in front of a mirror if you have one. Stand on one leg. Don't hold on to anything if you can avoid it. Just balance. Watch your hips in the mirror. Does your opposite hip drop down significantly? Does your standing hip hike up? Do you feel unstable or wobbly? Now switch legs and compare. If one side is significantly weaker, shakier, or drops more, that glute medius isn't doing its job. And that weakness is forcing your hip joint to absorb stress it was never designed to handle. Over time, this leads to hip bursitis, IT band syndrome, or actual joint wear and tear. People get diagnosed with hip arthritis and think they need surgery, when really they just need to activate and strengthen one muscle. In just a moment, I'm going to show you exactly how to wake up that glute medius, release your psoas, and decompress your lower back. 3 targeted movements that address all 3 hidden sources. But first, I need to explain why the order matters, because if you do these in the wrong sequence, you won't get the results. Here's the strategy. We're going to work in a specific order. First, we release the tension. We're targeting the lower back and psoas. Second, we activate what's weak. We're waking up that glute medius. Third, we integrate the movement. We're teaching your body to move correctly as a system. This takes less than 10 minutes. You can do it every morning or whenever your hip pain flares up. Grab a chair or a wall for balance. Let's go. Lie on your back. Bend both knees and place your feet flat on the floor. Now bring one knee up toward your chest. Use both hands to gently pull that knee closer. You should feel a stretch in your lower back and your buttock on that side. Here's the key. Don't yank. Don't force it. Just apply gentle, sustained pressure. Breathe slowly. With each exhale, let the knee come a little closer. Hold this for 30 seconds. You should feel a release, not pain. If it's sharp or shooting, back off. You're decompressing the spine, giving those irritated nerves a little more space. Now switch legs. Bring the other knee to your chest. Hold for 30 seconds. Then, bring both knees to your chest at the same time. Rock gently side to side. This massages your lower back and further releases tension. Good. You just took pressure off your spine. Now let's release that deep psoas muscle. Stand up. Step 1 foot forward into a lunge position, but keep it shallow. Your back knee doesn't need to touch the ground. Now, here's the difference. Instead of pushing into a stretch, I want you to gently tuck your pelvis under. Imagine you're trying to point your tailbone toward the floor. This is called a posterior pelvic tilt. Hold this position. Breathe. You should feel a deep stretch in the front of your back hip, deep in your groin area. That's your psoas releasing. Most people arch their back in a lunge, which actually shortens the psoas. You want the opposite. Tuck your pelvis, keep your core gently engaged, and let gravity do the work. Hold this for 45 seconds on each side. Breathe slowly and deeply. With each exhale, let the muscle soften a little more. Excellent. You've released the spine. You've released the psoas. Now let's activate the muscle that's been sleeping on the job. Lie on your side. You can do this on your bed or on the floor with a mat. Bottom leg bent for stability. Top leg straight. Now lift your top leg toward the ceiling. But here's the critical part. Don't let your hip roll backward. Keep your body in a straight line. Point your toes slightly downward, not up. This ensures you're actually using your glute medius, not your hip flexor. Lift slowly. Hold at the top for 2 seconds. Lower slowly. You don't need to lift high. 6 inches is plenty. What matters is control and proper activation. Do 15 slow, controlled repetitions on each side. You should feel a burn on the side of your hip, right where your back pocket would be. If you feel it in your lower back or front of your hip, your form is off. Reset and try again. Now you've done all 3. Let's tie it together with one final integration movement. Stand on one leg. Keep your hips level.